Cool. Alrighty. All right. What up? So welcome to another episode of Kicking It Be. Why am I doing this? I am doing this because I've been gone for a while now. And uh I really enjoyed doing my show. I really did. And I do enjoy doing it. It's just a matter of there's some catching up we gotta do. So as you know, I've been very transparent. I like to be transparent because I'm human and you're human. I'm assuming you might be AI this day and age. Who knows? But we go through things. So I'm gonna be transparent. So episode 3, maybe talked about how I got laid off from my job. I was excited at the time because I got a chance to work with my wife, and I wanted to help her with her business. But it was fun. It kept our household afloat, but I was missing something, and I sunk into a bit of a depression to the point where I wasn't motivated to do anything, which is why I kind of fell off with the podcast, which is crazy because, as I said, I was enjoying it. So it took a while for me to kind of pull myself out of that, use some resources, started going to therapy again, and I started taking out some self-help books, specifically this one book. But before that, though, the way I got to this book is from Facebook. I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook. That's really my favorite thing about Facebook is the groups. And I just go on there to like share stuff with friends and family. I'm in this Facebook group that's for Black men, only Black men. And we do a lot of like support for each other. Like people will post something, whether it's health related, fitness related, relationship related, or just, there's like even every Monday or Thursday, there's like a weekly check-in on like mental health. And I just posted in there like, yo, I'm not feeling it. Like I lost my job. My mom is sick, issues with just coming to terms with not being the provider was difficult for me, challenging. And people could relate. There were men that responded that could relate. So I've been through the same thing. You got to do A, B, C. They had recommendations. And one of them was this book. It's called UOU. I want to say it's by this man named Eric Clark. I can't remember the title, but it's a self-help book to a degree. It's a story about pretty much just being true to yourself. Like if you have goals that you want to work towards, then work towards them. There are things that are going to get into your way. You can't play the victim. And I was doing that a lot. I was beating myself down. I was feeling down, and there was really no way to bounce back. Shout out to one thing is shout out. Gosh, I haven't done this in so long. I forgot how to talk. Shout out to people that check in on you. There's a homie I made when I worked at my last job I got laid off from. His name is DJ. I'm actually going to try to have him on the show. I met him I was in IT, so I work with everybody. And I think he had a ticket one time. I know for sure I'll replace his laptop. And, when I interact with people, I really like to keep it chill. Like I'll be professional, but I'll be chill, like I'll crack a joke. So I replaced his laptop because he was having an issue. Only thing he had to do was send it. So, I gave him some time to get his data moved over, blah, blah, blah. But I would bug him because it'd be like 3 days later. And I'm like, yo, so you want to send me that laptop? And he'd be like, oh, man, I forgot. I got you. And then I had to keep reminding him because he got busy with work and whatever. But it got to the point where I really just started hitting him up on some chill stuff. And on top of that, we were in the ERG for our job. And when we used to do fun things in there, we used to do like games, but one thing we did was like a music Friday. Like I would post something about music. He was post something about music because he's a DJ, you know what I mean? So I'd be like, yo, that playlist is banging. He would send me the playlist, and then we really just started kicking it off that. But I never met the dude in person. To this day, never met him because he lived mad far and the job was remote. So when I was in the office, he would never be there. But he followed me on IG, Kicking With B. He listened to the show. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. And he was really just checking in on me. He would send me DMs on my page like, yo, bro, you good? And I'll be real with him. I'm like, yo, I'm going through it. I love doing my show, but I'm going through it. I can't seem to find the motivation to do it. I can't seem to find the drive, right? And he would just check in on me. And I say that to say, he would motivate me to do it. He's like, yo, man, we need you on the mic. Get on the mic. And I'm like, yo, I feel you. And I would go to do it. When I tell you, I would sit in this exact spot, try and record something. And like, it would be cool, but it just wouldn't hit for me. Which is why I'm here now to to do this because I need to be transparent. So one of the things that helped me, like I take my daughter to the library. When I was younger, I used to love the library. My mom used to take me. I used to get books, Magic School Bus, Arthur, uh, what else? Any book you can think of from the '90s that you read, I probably read it also. But a lot of things have been self help lately because I want to. And the craziest part is, I told my boy Leon, like I hate one thing about me. I hate motivational speakers. Like I hate it. Like I hate what I don't know. To me, it just doesn't seem genuine. But when someone shares their experience in the form of a book, you know, like because that's like journaling, right? Especially when it's written by them. It it puts it into a perspective. And this person, well, let me look it up because I don't want to butcher it. I want to say it's Eric Clark. Oh my gosh, I apologize, y'all. I should have been more prepared for this. Eric Thomas. Ooh, I apologize. Eric Thomas. He talked about, you know, how he was down, you know, he did some things when he was younger and he had to shape his life up. He had to stop playing the victim. He had to come up and do his things. And one of the things he found power in was speaking. And he became a public speaker. And he started gaining notoriety from that, going to colleges, motivating people, you know, and that gave him power. And that had me thinking, like, you know, my power is speaking too. Like I find myself, the reason I even came up with the show is because I find myself being connected to people through conversation. Like a lot of the people, shout out to all the guests I had on season 1. These are all my friends and these are people I have connections with, and they show me love by coming on here, and I appreciate that. But these are people I really know, and I like them so much that I want to get the word out for them more, you know. But anyway, I go on and say that book really helped me out. So another one I'm picking up right now is Charlemagne. Charlemagne is known for saying some wild things on the radio, but truthfully, I've been following his journey since I lived in Philadelphia because he had a morning show. And I liked it because it was comical. You know, he's comical, but he's also intelligent because he was, his mother was a teacher. He read when he was younger. He just happened to get into things that made him a little bit more close, got him a little closer to the streets. But in his first book, Black Privilege, he actually talks about that. And, you know, he's vulnerable about it. But at the same time, he talks about how it shaped how he is today. So I'm starting reading this book. This is his second book, Shook Ones, where he talks about anxiety, because during my therapy sessions, I discovered that I have anxiety. But my anxiety works in the form of, like, it makes me freeze. Like if I feel overwhelmed about something, instead of like doing it, I just panic and like don't do it and hope that it kind of goes away. Very unhealthy. Yes, I know, but I'm working on it. And so I got this book because he opens up about his experience with anxiety. I haven't gotten too far in it because I really just started reading it. But he opens up the first page. He talks about how, like, you know, releasing his first book was a very anxious moment for him because it's like my thoughts on the page, people are going to judge it. And it ended up becoming a bestseller, as did this one. And I recently, he came out with a new book May 24th, and I got that book, Get Honest or Die Lying. I haven't read it yet, obviously, because I got to get to this one. But this is a signed copy. I went to a book signing. It was my first one ever. But it's a really great experience. He was there. You know, he talked about what led to it, and he talked. Say what you want about the man, but I like Charlemagne. I'm a little upset because I wanted to take a picture with him or something, at least dap him up, say that, yo, I've been following you for a minute. I'm very proud of you and stuff. But he one of the inspirations of why I do podcasting, because I really listen to the Breakfast Club. Like I like his podcast, Brilliant Idiots, and I also like other podcasters too and other radio shows. But it's like that was really an inspiration for me because he didn't have a college degree in this. He was an intern at a radio station before he did it. And look where he is now. He's on a syndicated radio show. He had a Comedy Central TV show. He got a podcast that's banging. He got 3 books out now. Like, he's really doing the thing. And if I'm being transparent, it's kind of along the lines of something I want to do. Like, I love doing my podcast. I would love to have a show where I get people come on, like celebrities and stuff, because I would love to sit down with celebrities and, you know, ask them questions and have conversations with them, especially people I really rock with. What else? But yeah, so that's what's up with me. I was kind of dealing with that, but I'm bouncing back. You know, again, Facebook groups. I'm in this Black Podcast Network group. We talk about the ins and outs of podcasting, like the ups and downs, promotion, things like that. I was also feeling defeated for the fact that, you know, I wasn't having a lot of reach. And I'm usually not the type for instant gratification, but I got caught up in like doing it thinking like, oh, it's popping, but it wasn't. It was new to me. It's a project I'm starting, and now I'm restarting it. So now I'm really gonna start back up to what I was doing. But I really enjoy podcasting. I'm looking forward to starting back up again. I reached out to some folks. I'm gonna have some guests on here, but I'm also going to do things a little different though. I'm going to have some solo episodes mostly because there's things I want to talk about. There's been so much stuff going on, like the use of AI, the Kendrick Drake thing, just the world in general, the stuff going on in the world, video game reviews, computer reviews. Oh, one thing I really want to tap in with y'all on is the fact that I'm actually going to build me a PC. I'm an Apple guy through and through. Like I work for Apple. I'm recording this on an iPhone. I'm recording on the Mac. Like Apple is my bread and butter as far as what I use. But with work, oh, that's another thing too. We'll get to that. But with work, I've always used Windows. Not really a fan, but I want to build a PC because I want to also do gaming on it. I love my PlayStation 5, but my boy Austin, who was on here, I think we actually on our episode talked about building a computer. He built the PC, and I checked it out, and it's dope for gaming, especially when it comes to Steam. There's more deals and stuff there than on consoles because there's no way in heck that Dragon Ball Kakarot is a game that came out like 5 years ago and is still retail price online for digital. Ridiculous. Don't get me started on that. But back to the work thing. So I've been out of work for a year. I lost my job in February. I had the little separation package up until May of that same year. And that's when things started getting hard. We were able to maintain and whatnot, doing the business. It was fun. I mean, it was fun experience for me. But I realized that I prefer having some type of, not schedule, but structure in my life. Like 5 a.m. workouts, work, and then podcast or whatever afterwards. But like I just found like it was too much doing stuff at different schedules because like she would book catering gigs like any day. Like people want something, we'd be available, we'd be knocking it out, which is cool. But it would throw me off because I like to do an early morning workout, which means I didn't do my workout in the afternoon. And for some reason, like the energy just wasn't the same for it. But I accepted another job after a year of so much like rejection. Excuse me. I applied to so many jobs, went on so many interviews, thought I killed it. Final interviews at that, thinking I killed it and want to get an offer letter, only to find out, they turned me away. And anytime I asked for, feedback, it was simply just, it's a competitive market. And I'm like, I get it. I talked about in episode 3, I talked about how the tech companies like Google, Twitter, all of them had layoffs. That happened here. It's a Google office, a Microsoft office there. They've done layoffs. And these people were snatching up the IT jobs. And that's fine. I get it. It kind of just beat me down even more in my state at the time because I was already down. So there was like a feeling of like rejection. I even made a LinkedIn post about it. Like I really just made the post just to get it off my chest because I had just had this killer interview and I thought I aced it. And I'm like, oh, that thought went really well. It was for a college here. It was an HBCU at that. So I thought, I killed it. And they sent me an email. First of all, it's so informal. Send me an email. I was like, we're not going to move forward with you. And that's when I replied. And they were like, all they said was, it's a competitive market. Not like you did well or nothing. Like I'm emailing you for feedback. And the only thing you're saying is a competitive market. But don't get me started on that. I can rant on that. But whatever. But I'm working now. I feel better. I'm in more of a positive mind state. Like I've really been doing some work on myself. One thing, it's like it's my boy Leon was making fun of me last night because we was on FaceTime busting it up. But this is something that has been very therapeutic for me. I love Batman, clearly. But like Joy, she went to the dollar store and she got something for my daughter and her. But then she saw this and she thought of me. And it's crazy because I was thinking like, yo, I like the color. This is my favorite coloration of like Batman, the blue cape and gloves. So I colored this. But I found myself just being up here, playing some music, kind of zoning out. And it really like eased my mind and put me at peace. So I started doing that. And then I started reading the books and I went back to the gym because I wasn't going to the gym for a little bit. I was trying to show you this one Batman I drew that was black, but I guess it's in this other book. There it is. I didn't finish it. There go that pencil. I was looking for that one. Gotta have the black one. I'm Black Batman on PlayStation and whatnot. But it was very helpful for me, and it was fun too because I was doing it with my daughter. Like, she likes to color, so she would color her thing, and we would color in the book together sometimes because she want to color Batman too because she liked my signs, my posters, and all that stuff. She know Batman at this point. She even got Batman shirts, so I just can't wait to show her the movies. But they violent, so I'm not going to do it when she's a toddler. Guess I could show her the animated one. Oh, that was violent too, though. Never mind. But it's helping me. And then I reached out to my friends, and then one of my friends recommended meditation. And I'll be honest, I've always had reservations about meditation. Like, I feel like, oh, that's not my thing, whatever. I actually tried it for the first time today. I got my yoga mat right over here on the floor, and I'm home alone. Daughter's with her grandparents. Joy's working, doing her meal prep, and I just sat there for the 3 minutes, did the breathing, had my AirPods in with the noise canceling because I got, I don't know if you hear the vent from my AC going, whatever. So I having to block that out, and it really just it just worked for me. It worked. I opened my eyes after it, and I was like, I feel relaxed. So I'm trying to do the work, keep the work going, and I feel as though it makes me feel better. I'm back in the gym. That feels good. I feel alive again. I don't feel down like I did before. I really felt like I was drowning. There was no coming up. And there was so much that was happening to me in that year with my mom's health, with work, money, even to the point, relationships had strains on it. Like, I wasn't talking to my friends like that. I really was isolated, and I wasn't doing anything to help myself. So then when I started doing something to help myself, I started feeling lighter. So I say that as an advocate of taking care of yourself. One new thing too, my homegirl Gigi actually put me onto this. It's this app called Headway. I'm just going to highlight it there. Hopefully you can see it. It's called Headway, and it gives you summaries of books. So, because I told her I was reading, and I told her I want to do audio books because I got like an hour commute for my new job or whatever. Don't get me started, but I love it though because I'll be listening to podcasts, which is, here we go. Kind of reignited this passion. But she shared that app with me because she's busy too a lot, and she's in the car a lot, and she's like, oh, sometimes I don't have time to read the book and I just really want a summary. So she told me about it, and I used it today. I listened to one, the 5 a.m. club, and Get Shit Done, and it's inspirational. Like, it's the, because you can tell it what you want to focus on. Like, oh, I'm trying to focus on focus, productivity, blah blah. I'll recommend books for that and give you the summary of it. So I listened to 2 of them today. I'm going to listen to a little bit more later when I'm cooking, and it's great. And look, bottom line, I'm just in a better space, which is allowing my creativity to flow, which is allowing me to feel happier and come back to what I love. And that is this. And I'm mad at myself for thinking I could just buy this mic and make money from it. Because that's not even the goal, right? The goal is really just to do the show. I enjoy having conversations with people. If I'm out with you, we hanging out. Sometimes I hang out with folks till like 5 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. Like, we can be out talking. It don't matter. We just have a good time. My boy Ty, I hang out with him. We be busting up till like 2 a.m, just talking about random stuff. And it's like, I just like to get to know people. I like to have conversations because, we live on this planet together. We got to get to know each other. And even if we are so drastically different, I'm going to find something that is mutual between us. So I go on to say this. I'm back. I'm excited. I want to just record this little clip or this mini episode, because I just want to reconnect with people. And I want you to reconnect with my show. Give me a shot. This is your first time listening. Feel free to, also, that's another thing, I lost my old episodes, but they're on Apple Podcasts. So you can listen to them there, but they're not on YouTube, sorry. But they're not on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff, but I'm going to get it back. But if it's your first time listening, tap in with me. This is Kicking It with B. I'm your host, B. I have guests from time to time. Sometimes it's just me. Oh, am I rhyming? Okay. bars. But the key focus of the show is you're gonna kick it with me, and we're gonna talk about different topics that I like or I want to talk about. And I'm going to have guests on, and I want them to share their stories, their experiences. And like I said, if you haven't tapped in before on YouTube, find it with Kicking With B podcast and check out some of the old episodes. Shout out to all the people that pulled up for me. My girl Nicole, my boy Chris, Marcus, my chef JD Bird, my boy Clinton, which I don't think I ever uploaded this episode to YouTube. Sorry about that. But like anyone who came and showed love by being guests on the show. Oh, my homegirl Shatiana too, who doing it big, by the way. Shout out to her. She acting, she out here. I love it. Thank you for giving me a chance. And to my upcoming guests, thank you. And for those who have returned, those who are checking me out for the first time, thank you. There will be more of this self-help stuff because I'm an advocate for it. I am now proof that it works. And I hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace. Okay. I didn't know that I could do that part, but now I know. So yeah, if you're watching YouTube, confetti just came up. All right, I'm done. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.